Good afternoon and welcome to the TheoTrade afternoon video. I am Blake Young and today is August 12th, 2026 and we're going to talk about utilities and energy and where they overlap, which I'm going to call or define as nuclear energy and uranium. So where utilities have the potential to be a very good dividend strategy and a fixed income strategy, I like the setup that we have on utilities today. I don't like the gap up and trade flat, but I do think this is at a basing pattern where you could collect premium, collect dividends, and own utilities as a substitute to buying bonds or a substitute to a money market where you get a good return in a stable place where they're guaranteed to pay you out those dividends. I like energy right now, but energy is obviously subject to every tweet and every news alert that goes out, and so it's a question mark and can create extra volatility. But this place where those intersect, I'm going to look at that as nuclear facilities and uranium. With the big demand for AI, with the fact that we have need for more energy ongoing and growing, the expectations are these spaces, the demand for nuclear expansion in the United States alone is expected to go anywhere from 50 to 100% higher, doubling the demand in the US alone in the next 10 to 15 years. And additionally, we expect a minimum increase in demand for uranium by 30%, as high as 80%. So all of these are lining up for a very big opportunity in the space if we can find pullbacks in low-cost positions. Now, I think that's where we're at today. Now, one of the top stocks I've liked to trade in the past was Cameco or Cameco, not sure how you pronounce it, but I like the setup here. You see accumulation broke through the average and the zero. This has been a buy signal for the last couple of days, but I would be looking for this to pull back and give us a retest maybe at 94. I do think the capacity to go to 120, 130, 150 through the highs of this year are absolutely possible in CCJ. But I'm going to look at some others and get some diversification here as well. Let's take a look at the uranium ETFs. Now, this is one that was brought to my attention from our Deep Currents group. And they were looking at some opportunities, and so they said, hey, look at this one, URA. And so when you round the numbers on this, this gives you the diversification of having multiple stocks inside this ETF. If you look at the premiums associated with selling puts, being willing to own it, it's only a $45 stock. So you could certainly own it, sell calls against it, and make a lot of money on it that way. But if you look at the short puts, our willingness to own it, even our short puts, if you're willing to own it down at here at 43 or 42, look at the premium and return for just 1 month. And what I'm looking at is this return on risk, and at 43, they will pay you 3.6% return on risk for 1 month. What does that mean? It means that for the willingness to own the stock at 43, the stock would have to fall $2.20, but they're also going to give you $1.50. So this gives you a $3.70 safety net, about 8%, for your willingness to own it. You do get a 9% dividend if you do own it, 9% annualized dividend. So if you could sell this, and again, 1 month, so you'd have September, October, November, and maybe even December for that December 30th payment, you could do 4 months, theoretically, at 3.6%. You could sell the 43 for a 3.6% return. 3.6% for September, October, November, and December. A 3.6% return for 4 months gives you a 14% return while you wait to get assigned. And when you do get assigned, if you get assigned, you're going to get this dividend. This is a 9% dividend annually. So you already have a cushion, a safety net built of collecting premium month after month for 14%. And then you have a huge dividend return at 9%. This is why I think this is the cross section of energy and utilities. And high returns, safety net, it could fall 8 to 10% by that point, and you still don't lose a penny. And even if it does, then you get assigned and you collect a dividend, which the next dividend is $2.08. So collecting $1.50 for September, October, November, December, collecting an additional $2 dividend, and the price would still have to fall another $2.20. That's a lot of safety for something that's going to go up in demand. Now we can look at individual stocks. They're going to have a similar story. such as LEU, you could sell out of the money a delta of 35 and they will pay you 6.5%. Price would have to fall from 185 to 175 and then an additional $10 or more down to 164 and some change before you even lose a single penny. So a $20 drop, that's a 10% decline to collect 6% for just over a month because they don't have weekly option. So for 37 days, you're 6.5% with a 10% safety net on a stock like LEU, still in the same space. And another one, Oklo. If you look at Oklo, another opportunity to sell the 43, low-cost stock. You'd get assigned at 43, but they're going to pay you $3 to do it. That's a 3.5% return for 1 month. Now, these guys don't offer a dividend, but the payment is double what we're getting on the ETF, and it still has to fall to 43 through 43, another $3 all the way down to 40. So from 45 to 40, now